Get away from the losers. Get away from the no-hopers. Get away from the negative people, because these people will drag you down as surely as an anchor would drag you down if it was tied to your leg.
Walk away from the 97%. Don't talk like they talk. Don't act like they act. Don't go where they go. Don't specialize in what they specialize in. Throw away the blame lists they cling to. Switch ideas. Switch strategy. Start with the simplest of disciplines. Smallest of disciplines starts the process of life change. And if you'll invest in this thing called discipline, you can have whatever you wish. It's called the beginning of a miracle.
Notice when you land on your back, all the gravity is going down and closing the esophagus. So you need to turn to your what? Your left side. Now, once you turn to your left side, like I'm doing right here, this will actually relieve all the pressure off the back of your tongue and the fats that's building off the back of your tongue. And you can get a better passageway for you can get oxygen down to your lungs, and then the lungs can distribute all this oxygen to your bloodstream. So you need to turn to your left side, and you need to start sleeping that way. Do not sleep on your right side, because it turns your stomach, upside down, and now you're going to have GERD disease, or you're going to start getting acid reflux, and this can create ulcers and all types of things. So always sleep on your left side, the way your stomach is positioned right, and you can keep that cardiac sphincter closed, because that cardiac sphincter acts as a door that actually shuts your esophagus off from your stomach. That way you won't start leaking hydrochloric acid into the esophagus, which will make this problem much worse, or you'll feel like you're having a heart attack throughout the day when it's really acid just burning up your esophagus and burning up that cardiac sphincter.
An experiment gave a homeless man $100,000 to see if it would change his life for better or make it worse. Ted was a lucky recipient. He had been homeless for decades and lived under a bridge, but he was drug-free and psychologically sound. He just seemed like a man who had been dealt a bad hand in life. They gave him the money, no strings attached. The only requirement was that a film crew could document everything. They gave him access to a financial planner, which Ted could use if he wanted. The first thing Ted did was rent a motel room, but he found the bed uncomfortable and slept on the floor. He eventually found an apartment, and word of his luck spread fast. Friends in the homeless community asked for help, and he helped. Women started flocking to him, and he got a girlfriend who he bought a car for. Ted was convinced the $100,000 was enough to last him a lifetime, but eventually he became paranoid about people using him. He even convinced himself his financial planner was just after his money, so he cut ties with him. Within 6 months, Ted had spent all of his money. His girlfriend broke up with him, all the friends he helped abandoned him, and he was back on the streets recycling for $20 a day.
Learn to become still and to take your attention away from what you don't want and all the emotional charge around it, and place the attention on what you wish to experience. Energy flows where attention goes. You can begin right now to feel healthy. You can begin to feel prosperous. You can begin to feel the love that's surrounding you, even if it's not there. And what will happen is the universe will correspond to the nature of your song. The universe will correspond to the nature of that inner feeling and manifest, because that's the way you feel.
When I first started rapping, they tried to initiate me in a cult. The money cult.
Is it still made up?
I turned them down. I ain't want no part. And then since then, they just been attacking me.
This love
all my
forward.
cousins, friends, everybody. They turned their back on me, everything. They been compromised. They joined the cult. That's why you see like a lot of stuff that's going on, like with them leaking all the songs and everything. They be in control. All of these people, they sold their soul. They work for the devil. I don't work for the devil. And they want me to join in the cult. But since I won't join, they gotta pay me out to be crazy.
He said he was getting spiritually attacked. Do you know that Love 4 was bigger than Lil Durk, right? Durk had his run, but when Love 4 popped off, he was hot. He was hot. He was around everybody. He could have rolled that industry wave fast. But when he turned down the deal, he said after that, that's when the accident and stuff started happening.
I was under spiritual attack and didn't know it. I was getting attacked spiritually.
You don't know the mysteries, so they keep getting us.
Life.
We the original
like
builders.
Everything was going.
It's our science.
I mean, this stuff steady happening in my life. I thought it was going. Really, I was under attack. So I started to wake up to me being attacked. And my third eye started to open up.
Third eye. Keep thinking everything, bro. Professor Griff got breakdowns in the early 80s, 90s telling you about this stuff is not a game, man.
The most disgusting custom of the Middle Ages. King Henry VIII of England was rich, but his hygiene was a horror movie. He suffered from massive, open leg injuries that his doctors intentionally kept open to drain the toxins. The odor was so foul, it could be smelled from 3 rooms away, yet nobles had to bow and kiss his hand. To get rid of freckles and smooth their skin, medieval women used a very specific facial toner, stale urine. They believed the ammonia cleared the complexion. Even worse, if a lady was losing her eyebrows due to toxic makeup, the high-fashion fix was to trap mice, skin them, and glue the furry rodent skin onto their foreheads as fake eyebrows. To avoid getting pregnant, women would mix dried crocodile waste with herbs and insert it manually. For pain relief, doctors prescribed wearing a necklace made of a weasel's parts. Streets were so caked in waste and mud that people wore patent shoes, wooden stilts strapped to their boots just to walk without drowning in filth. To mask the odor of their unwashed bodies, they wore pomanders, metal balls filled with musk and ambergris, which is literally whale vomit.
Now the New World Order, or the Antichrist, is artificial intelligence. Antichrist. Christ is your consciousness, your pineal gland. What's anti of universal consciousness? Artificial consciousness. So so when they say God knows all, or the all-seeing eye, AI, all-seeing eye, there's only one thing that can watch everybody at one time. Technology. All-seeing eye. Huh? Artificial intelligence. We know that Google not only can see everybody, it got everybody's DNA. So an artificially intelligent being, okay, because they can create a body and channel one of these beings into this cybernetic humanoid. But that's a whole nother video for another time. But long story short, artificial intelligence is the Antichrist. I wouldn't accept it if I was you, unless you want to accept the Antichrist.
Explain it to me again.
Oh, so it goes from
It's
so
the Hebrew
right
alphabet.
to left. So it goes from Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, He, Wav, Zayn.
Stop. It's A?
Yeah, it's A, B, G, but for alphabet they put C. But then it's A, B, G, D, H, U, then Z, and that's when it's Ket, but that's a CH, not really like a K or anything, and then a CH or KH, and then Tet, which is another, so there's 2 T's, but this is like lowercase, it's like soft, and then that's a Y, which is Yod, and then Kaf is K, which you see in the alphabet, they just took it and flipped it, and then Lamed, the L, and then M. Oh, so all these make a sound too. So like A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La. I mean that's an M. And if you see like it's an upside. Like if you see like M part. Like
Yeah. So what you're telling me is there's no J in the Hebrew.
It's a Y. It's really like a Ya.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's not really. So
that's why his name Elijah.
Yeah. And
but in English,
it's Elijah.
It's Elijah, cause that J. My name Daya, but we just took the J out because there's no J in the Hebrew alphabet.
Psychological secrets about people. Number 1. If a person sleeps too much, they are unhappy. Number 2. If a person laughs a lot even at silly things, they feel lonely inside. Number 3. If a person always tries to help and support others, it's likely that no one can even imagine how often they themselves need that support. Number 4. If a person lies a lot, they might be insecure. 5. If a person constantly tries to stand out, it's likely that they were not loved enough or given enough attention in the past. 6. If a person cries over small things, they are pure and kind. 7. If a person is often aggressive, it means they have strong internal pain that they hide within themselves. 8. If a person talks little when in a large group of people, they are likely mentally strong. They know that a wise person listens more and speaks less, so they value their words. 9. If a person walks fast, they are confident. 10. If a person eats in an abnormal manner, they are stressed or tensed. 11. If a person appears in your dreams, you subconsciously want to see them. Finally, number 12. If someone overthinks frequently, they may have high IQ.
Comfort do not create stability. Comfort fuck you up. You don't want to be comfortable. The true comfortable is uncomfortable. Because everything don't understand this. People don't understand this. People live their life wanting to be comfortable. Listen, I'm going to do shit that deliberately going to throw myself off a rocker. Deliberately. I'm going to fuck up deliberately on my own. Just so I can get it right on my own. I'm going to get rid of shit, do shit that hurt. Nigga, I'm still going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah, because I understand that it's going to hurt. Because once you step into the pain, that's when you get your enlightenment. But people run from the pain. Nigga, if it hurt, I'm going to cry. Nigga, but I'm not gonna let that cry dictate what I do in this reality. right? Because I understand this. You got to understand that emotions will make you cry sometimes, right? I'm keeping it real, right? Everybody use their emotions wrong. You cannot blame a person for being tricked by their emotions. People get tricked off their emotions. They do unlogical things. But I understand that. So I'm not here to judge nobody. I'm just here to align with the frequency in which I align with. I don't choose to be mad.
The edge of the universe is an invisible boundary, about 16 billion light years from Earth, that cannot be crossed. A principle from Albert Einstein states that nothing can travel faster than light in a vacuum. Yet the universe itself expands as space stretches, pushing galaxies farther apart over time. The more distant a galaxy is, the faster it recedes, until its light can no longer reach us at all. This boundary is called the cosmological event horizon, marking the edge of the observable universe, beyond which no information can ever return to us, no matter how long we wait.
This what I don't understand. Y'all don't want to wear fake clothes and fake designers and fake shoes and fake purses, but you don't mind having a fake ass, fake titties, fake hips, fake hair. Ooh, Lord, make it make sense. Lord, have mercy.
To recognize that our mental body is stronger, even all by itself, our mental body is stronger. It's D3, this is D2 stuff that we're dealing with on the emotional body level. If you talk to yourself, linguistic reprogramming, linguistic template reprogramming, every time you say something to yourself, do you know it goes right into there? It goes into the DNA in chemical form, and it goes into the shields in scalar waveform. Every thought, every time you say, I'm a this or I feel that, or you look at something and you represent it to yourself in words. Words are associated with the Ire frequencies, the Divine Mother magnetic frequencies, the magnetic codes here. The sound goes in where we have these little black dots, the base codes in the DNA strands. Every experience we have is coded in there. It's recorded in there. And then it comes back out in a different form. Now, I won't go into the holographic manifestation process. It is in the Dance for Life program, the first level of the Dance Force.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Better not. I'm doing it. Uh-oh. Someone's probably told you you're not supposed to pour water into acid, right? Like, that's a big lab taboo. You're not supposed to do that. Do they ever tell you why, though? Like, has anyone ever explained why that's a bad idea? Let's go see. Strong acids like sulfuric acid, they go really hard for water. They like water so much that a lot of heat is produced when you mix the two together. It's called the heat of dissolution, and it's enough to boil the water. The water starts heating as soon as it hits the acid too, which, you know, if it boils, it'll spray that acid mix right out of your container. And I don't think I need to tell you why that's not good, but that is the reason why you do it the other way around, why you add the acid to the water, because water is way better at absorbing heat. It's got a higher heat capacity. So when you add the acid to the water, it shouldn't boil, it'll just get hot. The thing they don't tell you though, is that this also happens with salts. Sodium hydroxide is pretty famous for getting really hot when you mix it with water, but sodium carbonate will also get pretty toasty if you mix it with water. Calcium chloride, de-icing salt, yeah, that one also gets pretty warm if you mix it with water. Warm enough that it can boil it in some situations. But magnesium chloride, I almost lost the eye to magnesium chloride in grad school because nobody told me how exothermic magnesium chloride gets when you mix it with water. So in all cases, y'all, do as you order. Add acid to water. Just look at that. Look at that. It melted.
Here's the problem. Big time. Science has found that 95% of our life we're thinking. When the conscious mind is thinking, it's not paying attention. When the conscious mind is not paying attention, the subconscious program is the default. Well, if you understand that, then it says only 5% of the time you're running your life with your creative mind, the wishes and the desires and what you want. 5%, 95% of your life is coming from the program. Yeah, but the program is not your wishes and desires, it's other people's behavior. 95% of the day you are playing programs that psychologists tell us are limiting, disempowering, self-sabotaging. All of us. Every one of us, every day, plays programs that we don't see, and they're not ours. All we see is the result. And we go, oh my goodness, this is not what I wanted. Yeah, but this is what you created. So right behind your forehead is a lump of brain called prefrontal cortex. This is the conscious mind. The conscious mind has wishes, desires, aspirations. What do you want from your life? Creative. Conscious mind is about 10%. The rest of the brain, 90%, is called the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is primarily habits. And the fundamental habits didn't come from me. The last trimester of pregnancy and the first 7 years of your life, your brain is operating at a low vibrational frequency called theta. And theta is hypnosis. How do you learn to be a member of a family, in a community, in a culture? You watch other people. You focus on your family, see how they do everything. You learn from everybody else. So the programs that you get for the first 7 years are not yours. They came from other people, and they pass that on to you. But the problem is, it's not just the previous generation, the generation before, the generation before, so we pass down through the family.
From where I'm from, we thought all we needed was $1 million.
1 million.
We just wanted to become a millionaire. That means 1 million. Until you get it and you realize it ain't enough. I never forget, I was around 350,000, 400,000, and it was like I was stuck. I couldn't get past that amount of money. And I was trying on my way to try to get $1 million, and I couldn't get past that 350, 400, man, for like, probably like a whole year. You know what I'm saying? From January to January, when I counted back up, I'm still at the same amount of money. And I'm like, I can't really figure out like what I'm doing wrong. And then shortly after that, I jumped to the M counter quick. And then it's like, once I got the first $1 million, it's like I got to the 2, 3, 5, 10 so quick that it was like, wow, it was so hard to get from the 350 to $1 million.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the run from 350 to $1 million was way longer and harder from 1 to 10.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? No, it's way easier to make the money than it is to save it.
Okay.
So to get to the $1 million, one, you gotta know how to save. Because you could have made $1 million, but you blew it as you were making it.
Right.
So that's why I say it's way easier to make the money than it is
to save it.
To save the money. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to save the money. Most people probably have $1 million if their money management skills was right. You know what I'm saying? But they spending the money fast as they get it. You get a couple $100,000, you go buy a $100,000 watch. You spend half your money on a watch.
Just like that.
You know what I'm saying? You made another 200. You know what I'm saying? You spend another 100 buying Birkin purses or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That 400 you could have, and now you probably got 180. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know how to manage the money.
This man just told America your services are no longer needed. This man just told America that your services are no longer needed. If y'all don't know who this is Ibrahim Traore. I hope I'm saying your name right, brother. I apologize if I'm not, okay? He is the president of Burkina Faso. Listen, I'm an American nigga and I'm not an African nigga, so my dialect is a little skewed. Just forgive me, charge it to my mind, not my heart. But listen to this story, right? So this dude became president and he said, you know what? We wiping away all student loan debt from little school all the way up to university. Not only that, he said, listen, well, I'm the president of, we got the most gold and stuff that all these other countries is mining. He told all of them, listen, America, France, everybody out there, listen, we don't need y'all to mine our gold. We can do it ourselves and we can handle our own affairs and situations when it comes to this gold. Okay? Now that he done did that and started taking over what is rightfully theirs over there, okay? They done attempted to take this man's life almost 16 times. Almost 16 times. I know it sounds crazy, but they trying to get him up out of there. Why? Because this man knows his country's worth, and they scared of that. And let me tell you something. This brother ain't shit the bull neither now. Certified stepper. Willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that his point gets across that Africa no longer needs supervision. Sidebar. I don't know if I'm going crazy or I really believe in this man, but something about the goddamn red beret make me want to stand beside him. I digress. Y'all gonna catch up on this story. I'm telling y'all, this man bad, bruh. And they trying to blind us and not tell us what's going on. I'm just here to bring y'all the news. I'm just a messenger.
Most people don't know this, but cinnamon was never supposed to smell good. The smell of cinnamon comes from a compound called cinnamaldehyde. Cinnamon trees produce it specifically to kill fungi and bacteria that try to eat through its bark. It's actually so effective at killing bacteria that Egyptians buried it with dead bodies to stop them from rotting. And even food manufacturers use it as a preservative. So the smell that makes you feel safe and warm is a chemical that the tree evolved to kill things with. Every spice latte, every cinnamon roll, every holiday candle that you've ever eaten or smelled was designed by a tree to keep things from eating it. And it actually worked on everything except you, which is pretty insane.
Nobody makes you feel anything. Nobody makes you feel angry. Nobody makes you feel tense. Nobody makes you feel upset. You always decide how you're going to feel, and then if you're not careful, you will fall into a negative habit pattern of blaming the other person. Blame is the core of all negative emotions. When you stop blaming, you cut down the negative emotion tree. You cut it off, you kill it, and all the negative emotions die simultaneously. You do this by using the law of substitution. Remember, the law of substitution says that the conscious mind can only hold one thought at a time. It's the thought that the conscious mind holds that determines how the emotions will react. And what you do is you knock out the thought that is causing the negative emotion, the blame thought, and you replace it with this affirmation: I am responsible. Because the instant that you say, I am responsible, you exert complete control over your emotional life.
Greek soldiers took it before battle to dull the fear of death. Homer mentions it in the Odyssey. Helen of Troy drops a drug into wine that quieted all pain and strife and brought forgetfulness of every ill. Most scholars believe she was spiking the wine with opium. The Greek god of sleep, Hypnos, was depicted holding poppies. The god of dreams, Morpheus, whose name we literally get the word morphine from, was surrounded by them. And then there were the Romans. Roman emperors were straight-up addicts. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most celebrated philosophers in human history, took opium daily. His personal physician Galen prescribed it to him, and Marcus spent his evenings writing some of the most profound philosophical texts ever produced while absolutely zonked on opiates. His Meditations, a book still assigned in university philosophy courses today, was written by a man who was probably high while writing it, which honestly explains why some of it reads the way it does. The really wild part is that for roughly 4,000 years, nobody considered opium a problem. There was no concept of addiction, no war on drugs, no moral panic. It was just medicine. Good medicine that made you feel incredible. It took until the 19th century for anyone to seriously start questioning whether maybe, just maybe, a substance that makes you feel like a god every time you take it might have some downsides. Number 2, Blue Lotus, the party drug of the pharaohs. It's around 1500 BC.
I know this hoe don't think I'm finna stop. If you don't get your motherfucking ass out the goddamn road, bitch, you crazy in hell. It's dark out here too. I'm not stopping for. Oh, there you go. Hey, what's going on, twin? Fuck you, man.
Huh?
You got some chain for fire? Got chain for fire?
Yeah, I got it.
Chain me.
Alright.
Oh, man,
All
get
right,
my fire on.
Alright, bro.
Man, get my fire on, man. Get my fire! Get my fire! Got chain for fire?
Yeah, I got it.
Chain me.
Alright.
Oh, man, get my fire on.
Alright, bro.
Man, get my fire on, man. Get my fire! Get my fire! I'm gonna kill you, bitch. Get my motherfucking fire out, man. Man, stop playing me, man. Get my fire out. I'm gonna tell you got it fired on. I'm gonna tell you got it fired on. I'm gonna tell you got it fired.